4-inch grosgrain ribbon, we're going to make a 10 loop bow. And so what we need to do is we're going to measure it out, and this type of bow is super easy to make. You just have to know the size that you want to make and how many loops you want to make. So to start out, because we know we're going to have 10 loops, and I want this to be a 4-inch bow, so we're going to start out by making a mark at the beginning. And then we take that mark and place it at the beginning of where we're going to start measuring. And I'm going to go 4 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we go to 11. So we do one more than the amount of loops that we're doing. So we've got 11 marks. And then we just take our scissors and cut that last mark just a little bit off the end, and then make sure to seal that. And now we're ready to put this bow together. So take your needle and thread, and then take your first mark that you made and take your needle through. And then we're going to skip the next one and go to our third mark and bring it around into a loop so it makes kind of like a circle. And we're going to put the needle through and then take that mark and bring it down. And that gives us our first loops. So basically we just do the same thing. We skip a mark, go to the next one, bring it around, and then bring the middle one down. Now I've got these 4 loops. Do this next one, find the next mark, bring it around, put it on, middle one, and remember, don't let the needle go all the way through. We want to keep it down like that. And then we get our next one, our next mark, and bring that one down. And then last, take our last one, place it on, and bring our middle one down. And that gives us our 10 loops. And then you can move them around if you'd like, but you can also just go ahead and take your needle through and then go back and forth. And then just take a couple stitches in the back. And cut, and that makes our first bow. And we're just gonna make 3 more like this. So we've got one at 4 inches, one at 3.5 inches, and then this one I'm gonna be doing is at 3 inches. So as you can see here, I've made a mark here, and then 3 inches I made another mark. And then I just keep going every 3 inches until I get 11 marks. And then using the same technique as earlier, you just put your bow together, and then we'll put all 3 bows together. Take your 5/8 of an inch ribbon, and we're gonna make the bunny ears. So just bringing your ribbon down like so, and then taking your hot glue gun, open up right there, place the dab of glue, and close it up. And this is about about 3 inches tall. So you cut and seal your ends. And then just make one more for 2 ears. We're just going to make a simple bow. Our bow. Now that we've got all our pieces, we're going to put together our cute Easter bunny. So starting with these bows, start with your biggest one, and we're just going to put hot glue in the center, and then taking our second biggest one and placing it on, and then add some more hot glue on top of that one, and then we're going to place our smallest one on. I kind of like to, you can place it right in the center, but you can also bring it down a little bit so the loops are more along the bottom. And then just hold that together and wait for it to cool. While that's cooling down, we're going to take our ears and we're going to put them together. So you kind of just look at them and decide, okay, do you want them to be wider apart, closer together? Just depends on how you like it. And then we're going to place hot glue on the ears, and then you can set that aside, and then you can also cut off any excess ribbon at this point too. And then if you do cut off any ribbon, then be sure to come back and seal the ends. So just placing hot glue in the middle, we're going to bring those bunny ears on, and then now we just get to put on our eyes and our nose and our bow. So I like to place the bow on first because then we can get a good idea of how low to put the eyes. So place hot glue on your bow. We're going to get our eyes and these pieces together. So with these pieces, we're just going to put this together first. So place a dab of hot glue on the white one and the other white one and glue it together, and then let that cool down. And then for our eyes, we want them to be placed just below the bow. Taking one, place hot glue on the back. Take the other one, place more hot glue on the back, and bring that down. And then taking our fuzzies, we're going to add our pink one. So just place a teeny tiny bit of glue in between the white fuzzies. And then we're gonna place our little pink fuzzy in the center. And then taking our little nose and cheeks, just place hot glue on the back of it. Place it just under the eyes. All we gotta do now is just add our clip on the back. So make sure that you're putting the clip on the right way so it's all lining up. So put hot glue on the back of your clip and place it on. And that finishes our super cute Easter bunny.